Good evening, many thanks for joining us on Citi News Daily. My name is Akanya, Ofori. Our top story: Ghana's Chief Justice advocates the use of the District Assemblies Common Fund for the establishment and refurbishment of courts in the country. We'll hear what her reasons are. Stay with us. The Chief Justice of Ghana, Justice Sophia Ekufu, is proposing the use of the District Assemblies Common Fund for the establishment and refurbishment of courts in the country to foster the delivery of justice. Currently, some of the buildings which are serving as courtrooms are in dilapidated state, posing a threat to those who go there to transact business. Now, the Chief Justice, who was speaking in the Upper East region, explained that the unfavorable conditions of Ghana's courts and the inconvenience caused by a lack of courts in some districts are hindering the delivery of justice. The Environmental Protection Agency has ordered the Happy Sunshine Company, producers of Lavon's tomato paste, to cease operations immediately. The tomato factory, which operates near Kuntunse in the Gan West municipality, was closed down on Saturday by the EPA because management of the company failed to adhere to an earlier directive to cease production. Citi News Daily's Na Kwama Sion Mafo was at the factory and filed this report.
According to the EPA, the current location of the factory has not been zoned for such activities, hence making the operations of Happy Sunshine Company illegal. This is because the EPA and the Gan West Municipal Assembly are yet to issue the company with all the needed documentation to operate. Earlier reports carried by Citi News indicates that the residents have on several occasions raised concerns about how the activities of the company were affecting them. But the principal programs officer at the Accra Regional Office of the EPA, Sophia Vanderpool, tells Citi News the factory will not be open till it relocates.
Reporting for Citi News Daily, my name is Na Kwama.
The Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, Professor Michael Okoye, has charged government to make protection of the country's environment a priority. Professor Michael Okoye argues the country is better off leaving its mineral resources buried in the ground, as the cost of the environment far outweighs the benefit of its exploitation. Speaking at a breakfast meeting in Parliament, the Speaker called for lessons to be drawn from the haphazard nature in which mining leases were issued in the past. This, he says, will help in the prudent management of the nation's petroleum resources. Meanwhile, a member of the Public Interest and Accountability Committee, Dr. Steve Mantiel, has disclosed that the Petroleum Revenue Management Act has been breached by successive governments for 7 years running. Now, the act requires the Finance Minister to report on all oil-funded projects in the year under review. But Dr. Steve Mantiel says this provision has been breached by various finance ministers, including the current one, Ken Ofori. Now, before we go, the Minister for Sanitation, Kofi Adda, has said that the local assemblies across the country will employ an average of 50 people at the yet-to-be-established National Sanitation Brigade. President Akufo-Addo, as part of a national campaign to rid the country of filth, announced yesterday the formation of the brigade. Now, the Sanitation Minister says members of the National Sanitation Brigade are expected to be responsible for the enforcement of sanitation laws across the country. And that does it for today's edition of Citi News Daily with me, Akanya, Ofori. Thanks so much for watching.
Second Image International admissions in progress. Courses available include hairdressing, beauty therapy and fashion. Call us on 0243 331 999. Evening and weekend classes are also available.